let's go to dollar. Actually, let's go to Aussie. Do some commodity FX here. Okay, so this is one of the charts we had from last night. Did have that inflation data yesterday in Australia, and the market. We came out. I was hoping, frankly, so I went to bed last night. I was hoping that I'd wake up and have Aussie up here a little bit. You can see again, we've got a channel drawn here from that low in August. And there's a lot up here for resistance. You've got these lows from April. You've got that low from February. The rally from that August low is actually in 2 equal legs, right? Which is a common relationship. So A, B, C, possibly. And that's 75.42. You can see we spiked up into that here on October 20th. And what else did I want to highlight? Yeah, so if we were to get another pop higher here, we'd be looking for channel resistance up around 75.70 or so. I don't know if we get there. Remember that British pound chart I showed you with the volume weighted average price stuff? We have a very similar dynamic here with Australian dollar. So Aussie dollar, again, 2021 VWAP here in the bold line, and VWAP from the high here in the thinner line. That actually nailed the top over here last week. So, you know, just like a pound, you've got a lot that we're trading into here for resistance or possible resistance. And, you know, that makes me, one, want to be short into resistance, but two, it does tell me if we do break above it, that's a big behavior change for the market, right? So as it stands now, I lean towards the downside for Aussie and looking down initially towards like 74.20 or so. And that would be, you can see the center line of the channel, okay? Look at the resistance that we had on that level back in June, in July. We even tagged it here on the way up back in, I guess that was 2 weeks ago on the 15th. So if we were to come back down to this, we'd be thinking maybe this is support. And that, again, that's going to be around 74.20, okay? Finally, let me show you a couple of interesting little signals that I got on Aussie. Okay, so we're going to throw up. So this is the 200-day average. Forgot to mention that. Again, very similar to cable in that we are under that 200-day average as well. And I'm going to put in, so we've got these little reversals here, right? These magenta bars. I'm going to put a filter on it to show them when they're at 50-day highs and you reverse under the 200-day average. Okay, that happened last week again on the 15th. And just looking back, you can see there are some pretty solid signals here. Obviously, this was a signal here which would have been negated right away because we broke up through this high. But you can see if I scroll back and look, you don't get a lot of these. In fact, you go years without them, right? We had some here. This would have been back in 2013. You can see some bullish ones here. This is 2010. On the way up back in 2006, we had a bunch of them, which were great, right? This is a short here, it's a buy here, it's a buy here, it's a buy here. So I don't know. It's a given all the stuff we have above the market here for resistance, you know, VWAP, 200-day average, 2 equal legs, channel, former lows, right? That's a lot. So, you know, I'm okay looking on the downside for Aussie here in the near term. Now, that said, I don't really have much of a signal yet. So if we were to zoom out here, probably not waiting for a signal here because you're going to be already down in support at that point. Another way to do it, let's see if we have any high volume levels. We don't have any high volume levels here on the market. It's actually down here. But again, you know, we might not get a trigger, and that's okay. You know, ideal in a perfect world, you kind of spike up here and put in a reversal bar, and then maybe you'd want to short. You also have better reward to risk at that point because you'd be, you know, giving yourself more downside, right, from 75.70 than you'd have from here. But yeah, that's the look on Aussie. All right.